Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me. And I can't choose one.
Hey, Nani. We're back. Woo! That took everything I had. I'm in a bad sorts.
Yeah, you don't look good. Well, you look fine, actually.
Oh,
You don't.
really?
You seem slightly off, but you look regular.
I'm off kilter. I'm off white.
I'm off bread.
My head, if you do it before and after a fully loaded, a photo, my head is 3 inches wider.
Uh-huh.
My cock is thinner. But the inflammation, the booze, it stays in you.
Well, don't you soak in the ice bath and film it and put it on YouTube?
I do all that.
Okay.
Nothing works. You look more like Bert the longer you're there.
Oh, jeez.
I know. So you got to get out, get back, do a pull-up, eat a bib lettuce and get back out there.
But he's got to be lifting somewhere because he's a big fella.
I'll tell you, if you look nip up to the shoulders, look great.
Yeah.
And then you go down past the gut, and it's horrific. But yeah, he's in good shape. We were doing squats, deadlifts, and he's putting them up.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and Nip Up is a fun thing. I don't know if it's a good pet name or TV show, but Nip Up.
Nip up, not good for an Asian. It sounds like you're like you're doing a shoot with a hot lady in a tight shirt, and you're like, we got to nip up, and then you get them all pointy, and then you start rolling.
Woo! So you're back. You're better than ever. You're bigger than ever. My father's gay.
I'm gayer than ever. We flew in today, a 5 a.m. wake up. It was one of those weird things where you wake up, you're still fucked up. You go down to the lobby. It's Rosebud. It's Big J. It's Chad Daniels. It's Kelsey Cook. We all get in a car together.
What a group!
Great group. And then we go right to the airport. And I go, I'm treating everybody to the lounge. No lounge at OKC.
Ah, jeez.
Get it together there, you Sooners.
Yeah, you got a goddamn basketball team.
Yeah, it's a great town, the old Brick Town. 504.
Yeah, well,
Big friendly.
Bricktown and Timothy McVeigh and
I opened with that.
oh yeah,
I went on the arena and I said, boy, it's good to be back at OKC. Last time I was here, I had a horrible set, but not the worst bomb you've seen. And they went, oh, nice collection of groans. 10,000 groans.
they might have heard it before, possibly.
Yeah. It's probably been done.
I mean, I would suspect possibly.
Had to do it.
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I just did it.
I brought it up in the green room, and everyone's like, you got to do that, so I had to do it.
I hate this. You got to do it. I get fucked every time. I mean, on the Patreon right now, there's me bouncing a bit, and everyone in the room, I'm not going to name names, we're like, that's good. That's gold. I did it.
Really?
The UFC, remember?
Oh,
UFC with the coach.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah.
We had the cameras rolling. I couldn't let you down.
Yeah, it was a real tankaroo. It's all on there. Join the Patreon today. There's me bouncing bits, Mark saying it's good, and then just eating a cup of shit.
Yeah, and it's a bomb when you can hear the old straw slurp.
The slurp in the back and Salacuse just squeezes. I think he also distracts the audience. He squeezes into the front row. I'm like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
I know. He's like a National Geographic guy. I'm like, you're going to get killed by the lion. He's that guy.
And it's shaky and out of focus. But enough about him. It's a hell of a bonus. Make sure you check it out. And speaking of bonuses, how's about that live podcast at the Gramercy?
That was lunch. Hot crowd. We mic'd the audience this time, you fucking cum-guzzling Nazis. You won't stop critiquing the audio, but this sounds like a peach. It's great.
It's peachy sound. Dan Soder on fire that night.
Killing. The voices, the noises, the giant head. He stole the show.
Yeah, he really nailed it. And Giannis was amazing. Karen was there. It was really something else. I think I did the same joke on the intro. I just realized. Well, what can you do? Well, she deserves it. She was really mean to me. But
cute kid.
Yeah, hot lady.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
I'm only kidding. Someone wrote to me, they're like, I could tell you were pissed at Karen. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I love the people who know what you're thinking.
I know, and I'm like, we're friends. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know what's the other annoying one? When they go, hey, good set, but you look nervous. And I'm like, but I wasn't nervous. They're like, well, you look nervous. I'm like, I was having a great time.
Yeah.
But they know more than you.
Yeah, what can you do? Most people are just right. Hey, you're the best. My
Yeah.
father's gay. Fuck me. Blow me.
I got to stop reading these comments.
But, yeah, the live one was special. Half of it's up on the episode feed, and the other half is on the Patreon, just the good half. And it gets a little dicey, so you might want to fork over a few bucks a month and get in there.
Yeah, we really go in on the old tards. So if you like that kind of humor, you're in luck.
That's my humor. But, yeah, never been a better time to join the Patreon. I got a kid coming. Oh, my God. Chuck's playing the deleted files out loud.
Easy.
What
Come
the
on.
hell?
I thought that was the Kramer set.
Jesus
Take it down a peg
Christ.
there, Chucky.
God damn. But yeah, get on the Patreon. I got a kid. I can't pay for diapers. And I talked to Mike Racine. He told me his daycare is $2,000 a month.
What? What is the kid just staying in a studio in Hell's Kitchen?
I don't understand. He's in Brooklyn Heights, so maybe it's a gay person with fedora and skinny jeans that watches his baby. I don't know. $2,000 a month.
Wow, must be a hell of a drag queen.
I mean, maybe there's places to save money in my life, but I'm not giving up my Equinox account for this baby.
Just put that kid in the steam room and let him ride it out.
Wrinkle him up a little bit. I think it'll be fine. I don't know.
Yeah. What happened to playground? Or you let him play in the street? You get a stick ball or a hoop when you push it down the street, the wheel, then you open up a fire hydrant. Good times.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I don't know. He can be a solitary kid. I think that's good for you.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
My brother was he was 2 years older than me. I'm 6, he's 8. You'd think we'd hang out, but no, he was on the laptop the whole time. The computer, the desktop. They didn't have laptops back then.
Yeah. Yeah, what can you do?
He was a big nerd. Well, we lived in a scary neighborhood. I think he was like, I'm going to stay in and figure out DOS.
What's DOS?
It's an old computer programmer. You remember DOS?
I don't know DOS. Hugo DOS.
There you go. Dos Equis. But yeah. I'm hurting, but I landed today. A little embarrassing. I hit the lounge on the arrival, and they all made fun of me.
I've done that before. I think that's okay.
It's food, it's coffee, dessert, open bar. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, why not? Oh, take me through. I mean, so you went out. Where'd you go? What happened? What town?
I'll give you the whole rigmarole, and I'll just give you the fun beats. You start. First of all, this thing's been going. This is like the 5th week or whatever.
Okay.
Which is impressive because I'm 4 days in, and I look like who's somebody that looks bad?
Chuck?
Thank you. I look like Chuck after a haircut.
Fresh haircut on Chuck, by the way. He looks like
yeah.
$100.
I'd say 98. But yeah, so fly into Huntsville, which is a bitch to get to, Alabama. NASA took over. It's a weird mix of hillbillies and autistic Asians over there.
Sure.
It's a bunch of engineers and rednecks, but beautiful amphitheater. You show up and you just, it's right into party mode. I walk up. Bert and Nate Bargatze are there. I didn't know Nate was going to be there. Chad Daniels. They're all taking driving ranges out in the field, and then some guy slides up on a slip and slide. You're like, holy shit, this is crazy. And they hand you a mimosa, and it's this great theater. Nate does a set. Jelly Roll goes on. You familiar with this cat?
Who's Jelly Roll? I don't know Jelly Roll.
He's a big, fat rapper. He looks like if Ralphie May fucked Post Malone. He's got all the tats on his face. He's a big guy. He's one. I think he's one of the only rappers to hit a #1 on rap and country chart.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's a little hip. He's too hip for us.
I don't know the Jelly Roll.
He's big. But when he came out, the crowd went apeshit.
Wow.
Yeah, cool guy, nice guy. Made a nice joke when him and Bert hugged on stage. The crowd went crazy. I said it looked like a commercial for blood pressure. I don't think he loved that. But a lot of dark jokes coming out this week. But
So when he plays the hit, do you know it? Are you like, oh, Jelly Roll?
not really, but I don't know the radio. I don't know what the kids are spinning these days.
And he sings or he just says, hey, what's up? I'm Jelly Roll.
He went out there and rapped, then he did a country, then he did a cover. He did Sweet Home Alabama, but like a version. And,
yeah.
you know, it's Alabama. They go ape shit. It was a great time.
My donuts, goddamn.
Yeah.
Remember the end of the song? You know what the My Donuts?
No.
At the very end of Sweet Home Alabama, they say something in the background. They're not singing. It sounds like he says, "My donuts, goddamn."
Oh.
I don't know what he actually says. But if you type in "My donuts, goddamn," it's going to say Sweet Home Alabama.
Is that
maybe.
like one of those Disney things where they're like, take your clothes off, kids?
All good teenagers take off their clothes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's just a bumper sticker I have. But anyways, sorry, it's an inside asshole. I don't know.
I like an Easter egg.
But he says something. Maybe we can pull up the clip. I don't know if we're allowed to play it, but it's a weird thing. Probably can't play it. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They'll demonetize.
Give it a
even
Google
though
at home.
we're not even monetized on YouTube.
True.
We're
What the hell?
idiots.
Some nerd call in and help us with that because we've been trying for 6 months. I think Shelby's in a tower somewhere going, he
Yeah.
probably locked it up.
He's got all the cash. Anyways, the Jelly Roll goes out. He raps. He swings Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah, and I got to follow him. You know, we do this thing where we get together. This is a horrible idea in a comedy group. Bert's there, Chad's there, I'm there, Nate's there, and he goes, all right, we got to make the lineup. And everybody wants spots, but nobody can say, I want that one.
Yeah.
You know, and don't you you can feel it when you're going to get the worst one. I'm just sitting there, and they're like, well, who's going to go after Jelly Roll? And I'm like, well, that sounds like hell. And then they're like, you do it. I'm like, all right, great.
Yeah, it sucks, but I get it because you look through, I don't know the specific lineup, but going first, it's a, what's that word? It's dubious.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know about dubious, but it's a
Dubious
dubious
Brothers?
honor, like they say.
Oh, I don't know Dubious
because
Honor. Who's that guy?
You can't put the shittiest comic up first.
I see.
Everyone will leave, and the show will suck because the shittiest comic is if they're too weak, they're not strong
Right.
enough to go first. You're a celebrity, kind of. They get excited. You come
He's a
out.
celebrity.
Yeah, who?
Jellyfish.
You got to be bigger than the Roll.
No, Roll's big. I'm a Danish.
Well, he's big in Alabama, but not
Yeah.
all over the globe.
But we're in Alabama.
That's true, but now I'm side conversationing.
see.
In general, you're bigger than the Jelly Roll. I've heard of you. I never heard of him.
Well, Dubious Honor sucks, and he sounds like a running back. Dubious Honor going down for the ball. But it was bad. You know, you gotta say something. It's one of those acknowledged things where you're like, hey, how about that jelly donut, goddamn donut? And they're like, yeah. Then you slide into your act.
And did it go over all right?
It took about 17 out of 20, but I got them.
Yeah, I bet it went great. I'm sure they all went nuts.
It was fun. And it's just as Dave Chappelle would say, it's a love fest out there. The crowd is just so happy, and the beach ball's bouncing, and it's just the sunsets, jokes, laughs. If you go out there, you feel the love. You see all the people smiling. They really need this.
Now, let me ask you this. Does the show stay good? Because I see they post the lineups with the times.
Yeah.
And the show is 9 days long. Does the crowd stay hot because they're so excited?
They really do. Cypher Sounds hosted, and he did a hell of a job. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it because he's got the music and the joke. So he's, look at this white guy. Hey, is that a black Puerto Rican? Whatever. And they're going ape shit, and they love it. Have I said ape shit enough? But, yeah, they're going crazy, and they do an intermission, and everybody does 15. So you never really get too bored of somebody. And then when Bert comes, it's like Elvis right before he died.
Now, are they watching? Are you watching the show backstage? Are you hanging out? You're drinking? You're playing games?
The crew is so good. It's fully loaded. They set it up so well. There's catering, and there's a full bar and couches and a TV right side stage.
Ah.
So everybody's just hanging out. You got snacks. There's a guy, and I'm getting a top shelf drink made while I watch Big J call an Asian guy a nip up.
Wow.
It's great. It's great. And Big J's sitting there doing crowd work in an arena and murdering. They put the kid on the Jumbotron, the guy, he's like, he's a virgin. And then you see some guy who looks like you, and the place goes crazy.
Wow, I've had sex.
Yeah, well, you got to have sex to get the herp.
You bet that right. And warts and a baby. I got all kinds of proof. Proof is in the pudding, although the baby was not made in the bedroom. It was in a lab, but that's like
but-
Wuhan.
That's a lot of evidence.
But, yeah, I fucked. Double-digit amount of women,
All right.
folks.
Call
Triple-digit amount of weight.
Yeah, you hear that, Sarah?
I guess under triple digits would be not good.
That'd be babies.
Yeah. Or toddlers or teenagers even. I'm sure there's some 80-pound teenagers.
What's the difference between a baby and a Todd?
Well, Todd.
Barry?
Glass. I think
Gack?
baby, I think a baby is a baby for sometimes I still say how's the baby, and the baby's 4, which is a toddler.
Oh, toddler's older.
Toddler's older than baby.
And then infant is baby.
Infant and baby are synonymous, I think, are synonyms.
Yeah.
And then toddler, I think, is they toddle. They're like, they walk and fall occasionally.
Yes, yeah. It should be a waddler because they kind of waddle more than toddle. I don't even know what a toddle is.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Toddle
of
power.
love. That was something.
All right. But yeah, then there's a fetus, which is before infant.
Yes.
And then
the
there's
fetus is, yeah.
Then
not
there's
a
an
human.
embryo.
Embryo, and then there's cum.
Yeah.
And eggs. Cum and eggs.
Cum and
Great
eggs.
breakfast.
Or the worst radio team.
So cum and eggs become an embryo, which becomes a fetus.
Yeah.
Which becomes a baby, which becomes a toddler, which becomes a
Boy, kid. Yeah.
And then a
Child.
And then a preteen, then a teen, then no one says post-teen.
Ah.
You know.
Ovaltine.
Is that around still?
I don't think so. I think it went the way of the dodo. There's quick. There's quick, and then there's
Slow.
yeah. What was the other one?
Hershey syrup.
Hershey.
I was always a Hershey syrup. I never cared because quick was powder and
Quick was
syrup was
powder.
syrup.
Well, yeah, but then there was Bosco.
Right. I never got into Bosco. I never heard of Bosco till Seinfeld.
I didn't either. I think that's a Northeast,
I'm from the Northeast,
and you still heard nothing.
right in the heart of the Northeast. Now, when you put Hershey syrup in your milk, did you make chocolate milk at all as a boy?
Oh yeah.
Did you pour the milk and then put the syrup in, or the syrup at the bottom and then the milk?
I did milk syrup.
Yeah, I was like one of the few that did the syrup first because I felt like I could properly see.
Huh.
I could see the thickness of the syrup, but literally every single person said it was like my Sopranos of my elementary school.
Yeah. No, that's kooky.
I couldn't get anyone on board, but
Did you ever see? Remember the show Step by Step?
of course, day by day.
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, he poured it all in and then shook it up
It
in
was
his
a
mouth.
good gag.
That's a great gag. TGIF was big. That was
Banging.
huge.
Yeah, we had Full House, Family Matters, Step by Step.
Going Places.
Going Places.
Remember that one? Alan Ruck was in that.
I don't know Going Places.
Going Places, brand new faces. I think it only did one season, but Alan Ruck, give that a goog. Alan Ruck,
know
Going
Ruck.
Places. Well, of course you know Ruck. How can you not know Ruck?
He's Ferris Bueller.
He's Cameron Fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Succession.
And he's in Succession and
Speed.
And Young Guns 2 and Speed.
How do you like that?
I like it a lot.
Wow, Ruck. I don't know if Ruck can carry a show.
Ruck, he carries Succession, doesn't he? I never saw
No,
it.
he doesn't carry. He's
No carry.
ancillary.
Okay, well, I regret not trying to get him to play my dad in the
Yes.
film and in real life.
Yes.
Because I think he could have been a good dad.
The Ruck stops here.
Darius Rucker. You found it?
Yeah, it aired from September 1990 to March 1991, so pretty short.
Yeah,
Wow.
6 months, but I was right in there.
Well, Ruck me.
And I was 9.
Heather Locklear is on.
Whoa! I
She's
didn't
a
know that.
Hot little minx.
Yeah, that was exciting. It's weird to look back now that you're an adult in show business and you have the feelings and the emotion. It's weird to think Alan Ruck at that point was like, I just got a fucking sitcom. This is huge.
Huge. And then it just comes and goes. But I think he was on Spin City for a hot minute as
Yes.
well. We really want to dig deep.
Spin City was very good before he got all, Salacusy.
Yeah. He got all wiggly. But then they brought old Sheen in, and he was banging whores and doing blow and just running a sitcom.
Boy, Sheen really rules. When you
I
sit
love
back and really think about Sheen, he's tremendous.
Oh, yeah. I love him. Big fan of the Sheen, and got AIDS, apparently, and still cooking.
HIV.
Ah.
That's lesser.
Is it?
Of course.
Okay, sounds worse to me.
No, AIDS is bad. You got hearing aids and
That's good. That helps. Teacher aids,
well, hearing aids is bad. If you have it, that means you're a little off.
I guess, but the invention is good. It's good we have them.
Sure. That's
Guess-
good we have AIDS. Knocked out quite a few,
True.
ne'er-do-wells.
It kept Magic Johnson humble.
I'm joking. I feel like I gotta say I'm joking. Ticker across.
Well,
a joke coming
they
because
know who they are. They're not going to heaven.
well they know, but then they those but the Tuesdays, someone could cut this and put it out there, and then I'd lose my sitcom like Ruck.
I don't know. Who are we talking about?
The people
the
that are gonna be
gays?
the people that put out the clips and say, listen to these two guys.
They have AIDS.
I wish they had
I
AIDS.
wish. Yeah, I get it now.
I'm saying.
I see.
I gotta make it clear. I'm joking.
Of course.
'Cause
It's a
they pull
comedy
a clip.
show. All right. No one's got AIDS. We love everybody.
We love AIDS, and no one deserves to die. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple people probably.
Of course.
Yeah, there's some real jerks out there.
Yeah. All right. So, Ruck be a lady tonight. And so here's the problem with the tour. It's so fun, the fully loaded. And then you drink, you do the show, and you're all juiced. And Bert puts all the people who drink on the bus.
Uh-huh.
Because, it's Rosebud is prego. Cypher doesn't drink. Chad is kind of old.
He's going to love this.
And, great guy, funny guy, whatever.
That's
but
too late. You blew it.
he doesn't go hard anymore, I don't think.
Uh-huh.
And so it's me, it's Big J, it's a couple other guys on the bus with Bert, and we just chat it up and get high and keep drinking. And he's got that guy Pete.
I love Pete.
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete from the Bachelor Party.
Yes.
Yes.
Pete. And he's just making cocktails. And so you'll be like, and did you hear what Todd Glass said about boop, hand him a drink, guzzle it. And how about what Daniel Tosh fucked Louis in the ass, And we're just going back and forth. And then you wake up at 2 and you leave and they're like, we're going to the batting cages. And you're like, okay. And then there's 8 cameras in your face and you do a cold plunge and a gator wrestle, and it's a whole thing.
So how does Rosebud travel?
She's on the other bus.
There's 2 buses.
There's many buses.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
There's a lot of comedians.
I see. Well, he just said puts on the bus, so I thought maybe they had
got it.
a wheelchair or something.
Yeah. Big J told me later he gets a hotel at every stop secretly and hangs out in it. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that was an option.
Wow, that sounds like a good time.
It's like summer camp with alcohol and comedy.
Yeah, the tour is in Vegas while I'm in Vegas, so I'm a little nervous to pop over there.
I'd say pop in, and I can give you my badge. You can just walk right in, get some catering, make a tea, say hello, and leave.
I'd like to think they'd provide me with a badge.
If you don't want to go to the office.
Oh, I see.
I heard they're serving Thai food the day you're there.
Oh boy.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear.
So this is when it gets interesting.
Please, it's about time.
I know. I'm sorry. So
Jesus, we're halfway through.
we land. We pack up after Huntsville, Alabama. It was a great time, great audiences, and we wake up. This is the beauty of the bus. You wake up, 8 hours. Oh, we're in New Orleans. You look outside, there's a jazz band playing and a little black kid tap dancing and a Mardi Gras Indian, and people are throwing beads up your ass. And they go, we're doing the second line. And you're like, oh, okay. Somebody throws you a high noon, you guzzle it, and we're walking down Bourbon.
Wow. And it's for you guys?
It's for us.
Wow, for us, by us.
Yes, FUBU. And I was the New Orleans guy now because it's my hometown. So I got the second line. I told them where to eat. I told them what jokes to make and all this shit. They got Sean Patton catering it.
Wow. Catering? He
Yeah,
cooks?
his parents.
No kidding.
They catered the wedding.
Sean Patton's parents catered the wedding? That was hard to say.
Yeah, they own a catering company.
Sean Patton's parents catered the wedding. That's difficult.
There you go. It's a tongue twist.
Say it fast.
Sean Patton's parents catered the wedding.
That wasn't that fast.
Oh, sorry. Sean Patton's parents catered the wedding.
That was good.
All right. But yeah, it was a great time. And so we have a good time, but here's the clinker.
Clink it.
So then the parents go, hey, you're in town. You're never in town. You got to hang out with us. And I go, well, it's a fully loaded fest. I've been drinking. I'm bleeding out of the ass. I'm wearing a hat with 2 cups on the side and the thing, the straw thing. And they're like, well, we got to get lunch. And I'm like, Gah. So I leave the party to sit in a restaurant quietly with my parents and slurp soup. And they're just like, so... hot out. Yeah, it's hot. What'd you guys do today? Well, we did a second line. And you're like, God, I got FOMO like you wouldn't believe.
Uh-huh.
FOMO sexual, and everybody's just having fun on a roof, riding fences. And I'm sitting here with my dad and his pocket protector.
Yeah, it's tough, these parents.
It's tough.
I got a child of my own coming, and it's hard to imagine that at some point he's going to be like, this fucking idiot is calling me right now.
I know.
And I'm like, bye-bye, son,
Yeah, zip it up and zip it out. But the thing is, you are interesting and fun.
Thank you. I agree.
My parents, I guess you could say they're interesting, but they ain't fun.
No.
So I'm like, I'm leaving the funnest thing in America to go sit and talk about bullshit. And then my mom, we got 3 hours to kill before the show. So I was like, okay, we finished lunch. What do we do now? And I'm thinking, like, I'll go back. I'll shower. You guys dilly-dally. But they don't want to go back home. So they're like, well, let's go to the museum. So we have to go sit at the museum, the Southern Food and Beverage Museum that my mom runs.
Museum.
Their museum.
Wow.
And you just sit there.
That was a pool table.
Yeah, that's true. That's something. And you're just like, and, great people. Good to see them. But I'm like, well, the show's at 7, but I might as well get there early. So you just show up, and I just plop in the green room, and I still got to shower, I got to shave, I got to brush my teeth. And you just have that anxiety because they're texting like, where's the bathroom? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking them around the back of an arena. This is where the Pelicans play.
How exciting do they get to see this stuff? Do they say, this is exciting, Mark?
They go, are we in the way? Is this weird? And I'm like, no, just sit here. And then it's so funny because I'm telling everybody on the group chat, I'm like, my parents are in the green room, don't bother them. And they're like, we want to meet them. Because they think my parents are like me. They think they're queefing and jizzing and saying the N-word. And then they go in the green room, and it's Bert's wife, like, Leanne's like, hello, Mr. Norman. We love Mark. How the hell are you? We're very good.
Yeah.
And then you could just watch 2 minutes in, everybody's tiptoeing out backwards like, all right, I tried. And I'm like, you see? Welcome to my childhood.
So why do you have them at the arena for?
They want to go.
I mean, that's something. That's something.
That's
sweet. They want to go.
Very good.
I guess. Do they crack joke? Because your dad made a couple cracks at the wedding. He gave a speech and said, Mark pissed his pants. He's a fag or whatever. He said something. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's trying. He'll zing me, which is fine. Go ahead and zing me. That's his in. Like, hey, fuck him, right?
Right.
We all hate this guy. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but at one point, my mom, she's like, I don't really like comedy. And I'm like, shh. And then she meets Bert, and she goes, I got to tell you, there was no publicity for the show, horrible marketing and advertising. And he's like, oh, sorry, I'm like, Jesus, lady. And then he goes, you want to sit out in the stand? She goes, no, I'm good here. I have a book. And I'm like, yeah.
A book?
She brought a book.
Was it If These Balls Could Talk?
I wish.
That's the Louis Katz. What's the one called? When the Balls Drop.
When the balls drop,
If These Balls Could Talk, and Louis Katz's album. Great album, great title.
That book stinks. Or sucks. But yeah, so she brought a book. My dad's knitting. My dad's like reading the plaques, the facts on the wall at the arena.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he's a wall plaque guy. And boy, so I'm like, here's catering, and you just have to babysit, and hold the hand. And the green room is this fun play. People are doing jumping jacks, backflips, juggling, shots, smoking weed, and the green room is empty and quiet with my mom sitting there reading. Because she drove everyone out. It was gold.
Oh, God. Plaque psoriasis. I mean, I couldn't face these folks. A parent is just terrifying. They show up, and they're just old, and your dad had those weird shoes I was confused about.
Yeah, he's got some back stuff. It's orthopedic. It's tough, but eventually...
I wasn't sure if it was the lens or what. They looked... I don't know what they looked like.
He's got weird shoes.
Little bricks.
They look like Forrest Gump's shoe. The one when the kid's got one off, but he's got two of them. They're like Frankenstein.
Yes, they look like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Gumshoe.
So I put my dad out in the crowd because he wants to see it. So he comes back midway, and he's like, how much longer? I'm like, you guys wanted to come here. And then he's like, I don't get him. I didn't get his thing. I don't think he was very good. But he's talking about like a comic that's 2 feet away, and I'm like, shh.
I've had this. I remember shooting my half hour, and you shoot with another comic.
Yeah.
I remember my 2 uncles coming in and being like, that other dude blows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they don't realize we're sharing a green room.
I know.
I'm like, oh my God.
I know, it's brutal.
I fucking dove behind the couch. I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah, horrible. And so then the beauty of it is, the clinker is Bert won't let him leave. My dad goes to bed at 8:30 every night. He's a 75-year-old man. And he's like, they stayed till the end of the show. It's 11 at night, whatever, 11:30. My dad's like, thank you, Bert. We're going home. And he's like, you're not going anywhere. And he gets my dad in a headlock. And my dad's like, I have a vertebrae issue or whatever. And I'm like, Bert, let him go. And it got ugly.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that.
But sweet people, I'm glad they got to see it. And Tiffany Haddish twerked on my dad. And then Bert was so cool because we do a big photo at the end. And they brought my parents up. And they got to get a photo up there. And then Tiffany twerked on my dad. And I think he came because he was very excited.
Well, that must have been exciting for them, though. A thrill to hang out. They're on stage. The
I
arena.
think so. You'd think they'd mention it.
Yeah.
But I hope they had a good time, and we just kind of forced it on. I'm like, we're going to make you do shit, even though you don't give any feedback or reaction.
Right. That's
positive.
nice.
Yeah. So, but I'm just freaking out the whole time. Everybody's like, you're in New Orleans, you get to perform here. How cool is that? I'm like, I can't enjoy it. I'm spazzing out backstage.
Right. Yeah, no, I just wouldn't even be able to kind of do that. I would just get tickets and be like, there you go, do what you want.
Yeah, they wanted to come back there. And my mom doesn't even like stand-up that much, so she didn't want to go out there.
Right.
So,
Oof.
good times, but I'll tell you, I've never been more happy to be in Oklahoma.
So Oklahoma was the next night.
Oh, sorry, Memphis. We went to Memphis the next night, and Memphis was so cool, and I went to Sun Studios.
Oh, wow.
Super fun, worth a visit.
Yeah, I've never been to Memphis. I'd like to go.
I wouldn't say it's a great town.
Did you go to Graceland?
I've been before. That's pretty cool, too, but that was further out. But we were in the arena, and we were right by the red...
Storm.
No.
Man. Indian.
Red Wings.
Skeleton.
Red Wings?
Red
No,
Wings?
that's
The
hockey.
Boots?
What's the team? It's the minor league baseball.
Oh, I don't know.
Redbirds.
Oh, Memphis Redbirds.
Yeah, that was the stadium. Outdoor, really cool. They set it up nice. And I walked to Sun Studios. I told everybody, hey, I'm here with Fully Loaded. We got free tickets. I gave all them free tickets.
Wow.
Saw Elvis's guitar, Elvis's microphone. They let you touch it. He touched my leg. And you see the real studio where they recorded Hound Dog and all the old shit. B.B. King, Jerry Lee Lewis. Yeah, all the pedophiles. Great time.
Wow. I
So
gotta get to Memphis.
Memphis, it's got some history. The barbecue's good, and that's the beauty of these tours. The shows are great. They threw Kelsey Cook on. She came to hang out with Chad, and she was great.
Love
And
the cook.
good egg, and everybody's hanging out, drinking beers, fun time, and then Bert does it's the little things. He'll get the best delicacy of the city, and that's dinner. So you come in after the show, and it's all spread out for you, and just a good time. It's very nice.
That sounds fantastic.
Then we hop on over to OKC. Hottest crowds in the country. It was
Really?
it was indoor, and plus I say it a lot. And I don't want to sound insulting there, friendly city, big friendly, but when there's not a ton to do. They really come out in droves, and they're happy to be there.
Of course. I mean, all the time you get messages. I mean, it's the same two people, but hey, you come to Oklahoma, whatever. Because we did that one gig, that casino. Remember that lady? We did a gig. We didn't do it together. I did it with Mackie, but you did it.
Casino.
It's in Oklahoma. It's in a casino.
I thought we did do that together. We did a live Tuesdays, remember?
What?
Was that Oklahoma?
I don't think we did an Oklahoma Live Tuesdays.
We did a live one, and we did stand-up. And
No, that was in Arizona.
That was
That was
Arizona.
Tempe Improv, not Improv.
No, that was out there. That was in the middle. That was in the desert.
That was a casino.
It was.
Yes, that was in Arizona. That was like the day my grandmother died.
Ah.
Yeah,
how about
I was
that?
really sad. You weren't helpful, but
I didn't even know till now.
no, I told you. No, we
Gone
did.
out, right
I
out
think
the other door.
Sarah was there, and she had some friends.
Yes,
remember? We went to
yes.
the bar. Okay, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was December of 19.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It feels longer ago. But I guess that's 4 years.
Almost 4 years ago, yeah.
Huh.
But no, that doesn't matter. There's a gig in Oklahoma. You fly to
Yes.
fuck. Remember, there was a lady that
Yes.
ran it. Very nice.
Yes.
You fly to one state and you drive to the other state. Arkansas.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun gig.
I think you fly to Little Rock. And anyways, it doesn't matter.
Paid well, too.
But anyways, yeah, people they're starved down there because there's not much of a comedy club. There's a comedy club in OKC.
Yeah, Bricktown.
That's the name of the club.
That's the name of the club, and they're opening another one. But great town and great club, too.
Thunder.
Yes, thunderstruck. But yeah, great crowd, and just when you're back indoors, because you did the Red Wings, Red Vines, Red Ass, Red
Birds.
State, Red Birds,
Skin.
and you do the Red Skeleton, and it's it's outdoors, so it's fun, but it's still outdoors. And you get back in that OKC Thunderdome, and it is a hot one, baby. And I got to say, everybody killed. I popped a couple shrooms at the end just because I didn't want to drink too much. Still did. But Chad went up, and he did some comedy. Everybody in the back, the shrooms were kicking in. It was all just pure joy. I'm like, this is insane. We're doing an arena. It all hit me. You know, and you get Misty, and Bert's wife is watching, and Chad is murdering in an arena with like killer stuff, heavy duty, great comedy, and we're all dying on the couches watching. We're all like in awe, like, holy shit, where's this guy been? This is great. And he lives in the middle of Minnesota, and he's just killing. And then at the end, he goes, I want to thank Bert and Leanne. This is such a special night. I got chills. Leanne is watching the TV. She starts crying.
Wow.
It was incredible. A magical night. Then they bring us all up at the end. These crowds are so magical. They 3 hours and change, and they're just still giving it to you.
That's unbelievable. It sounds Skankfest-esque.
Yes.
That like they could just go all day. That's what I'm confused by, because you see there's like an hour and a half a show, then a half-hour break, and another hour and a half. I'm like, how can they still be going?
Yeah, they just
But they
love
go.
it. They love it. They love comedy. Anything you reference about like Segura, and they're like, you know, it makes you realize we're tapping into people, Jerry.
We're in there. We're right in there. Fingers are in there. We're checking the prostate. They're semening.
Yes, semening.
That's a good word.
I like it.
Wow. Boy.
Yeah, really
Chad is
special.
top 10 comic, maybe top 5. I mean, he's a killer.
I know. And he lives in the middle of it. It's like one of those movies like, oh, you know, when the army guy retires, and they're like, no, he lives in the cabin in the woods. He hates people. And they're like, but we need him.
Right.
Call him up. And that's Chad.
Yeah, he's one of the best, and it really gives you hope. He's just like raising a son and a daughter in the middle of the lake.
Exactly.
And he goes on the road, he comes back.
Yeah. So go check out the Chad D, man. He's a killer. And then Bert went up. Bert killed. Bert's impressive because stuff that would happen that day, he would just go out and talk about it and murder with it. So
Right.
you're like, oh, wow, you're like a real pro.
And I was blown away, too, that Bert does like an hour at the end of the show.
Full hour.
I just assumed, you see the tour, you see the lineup, you think, oh, that's a smart move. You bring like 10 great comics, then you only got to do 20 at the end.
Exactly.
But he does a full hour.
Full hour. He doesn't have to, but he does it, and they want every minute of it.
That's insane. I mean, that is really 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Pow.
Pow. They're eating right out of his belly button, and then that's a party after, and then they set up Whataburger. I had a milkshake. I'm on shrooms. It was just a beautiful night.
Wow.
And then you wake up at 5, beep, 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 and you head downstairs and get on a plane.
Woo, and you're home for 2 days.
2 days, and it's off to Chicopee, Mass.
Yeah, he's driving.
Yeah, I need an opener. You know, who's a good? What about that Sullivan guy?
Sean Sullivan, one of the best.
Would he do it?
He might be working. Yeah, I'm sure he would do it.
Can I get his info?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll send it to you. Remind me after the show. Yeah,
All right.
Sullivan rules. He's great. Who else is up there? Well, Western Mass is a night you could drive with someone. It's straight up. You get a New York person maybe, send someone with a car.
That's not bad.
That's okay. Yeah, you got, Steve Rogers, Andrew Chavone. You know who just hit me up and told me they had a car is Oscar.
The gay?
Gay Oscar.
Oh, gay Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. How far is that from Beantown?
I think about 2.5 hours,
Oh,
3
that's-
hours.
that's
it's
heavy.
Western. Yeah, it's out there.
Okay.
We got Sean Sullivan, Mike Whitman, Dan Bulger.
Yeah, Bulger was busy.
Uh-huh.
All right, but I'll figure it out. But
Yeah, let me know.
it should be a hot room. We'll see how it goes.
That's exciting. But I have the same thing. I'm like been gone for a week on vacation. I'm home for 2.5 days and then just going for 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, hit me. Where the hell you been? You saw the fam? You saw the kids? What's going on?
Yeah, the fam. You know how it goes. We made a
Yeah.
film about it, and then we just went ahead and recreated it up in Maine. It was the scene from the movie. I lost it. I was like, "Fuck you, motherfuckers!" I flipped the table. It was crazy.
They're drinking.
Yeah. It was really something. I mean, it's not even worth telling. Just go watch the film. 4th of July movie.com or louisck.com, whatever it is.
96 on Rotten Tomatoes with the audience.
Yeah, the audience liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Critics didn't care for it. They probably didn't get it.
Nah, right over their head.
That kind of humor, not really our kind of humor. But yeah, it was a crazy week and a half. First, my niece is going to Pace University, which is very exciting. And I'd never went to college. It's so exciting to go to a campus.
Oh,
you just
love
want to
a
fuck
campus.
everybody, you know?
Yes, hot kids.
And yeah, so she's going to Pace. So she came down with my sister and my brother-in-law and my nephew. And it's exciting because I never have visitors. My mother's afraid of bridges, so she won't come to New York. True story. Having a child, she won't come. She doesn't like bridges.
Really? Is that what she calls blacks?
It's not a bad term.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, they got a couple suspension bridges in that neighborhood.
Woo, burning bridges.
So no one comes to visit. My family, they just don't come.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I can't stop doing that's what she said. I got two 15-year-old cousins and a nephew, and they're obsessed with that's what she said.
It sucks that got ruined by all the nerds out there because it's a good zing.
It's fun, and then I told them, I was like, you guys do it too much. You're limited to 3 a day. And it was like a scene from The Office. I started setting them up. I was like, look at the way the salty white liquid smashes all over the place. And they're all laughing and giggling, you know. It was fun.
And the problem is some people get greedy with it where they're doing stuff and it doesn't make sense. You know, you're like, oh, this table is wobbly. That's what she said. You're like, that one doesn't really connect.
Well, it was fun, too, because I kept setting them up. I would say, you know, I love watching it burst all over my chest. And they would go, it's no good when you try to force it. And then I would go, that's what she said.
Hey.
So it was the fun.
You zinged, you ping-ponged it.
I set them up, they refuse, and then I get one, and of course they crack on that. It's fun. You think of toddlers as being so fun, and they are, and annoying.
They're dumb.
But then you get a teenager, and my nephew and I, we're doing push-ups together, we're playing pickleball, we're playing tennis, and I'm still at an age where I beat him at everything, which is fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. So we had
love to beat a kid.
Tennis courts and pickleball, and we went from one to the other. It was quite exciting. And but anyways, they came down to New York, and that was fun. You don't realize how meaningful it is. This is what I was going to say is nobody ever visits me. My family does not come here.
Sure.
Ever. For 17 years. They live 200 miles away. They don't come. My parents came when my appendix exploded and when I did Letterman.
Wow, those are weird times.
Yeah, that's over 17 years.
Wow, but do you want them to even show up? That's the twist is like, hey, they won't show up, but if they did, you'd be miserable.
Yeah, I think in your mind you want a different version. You want them to come and be like, "Where do you live? Take us to the Comedy Cellar." This is like would be ideal.
Yeah,
and that many people have.
Right.
They say, "What about this Comedy Cellar?" I don't even know if they know about the.
No.
Take us to the Stand. Where are you working? How exciting! Let's go there. This is a bodega. It's open all night. You just walk over here.
Right.
Where do you do your laundry? You know, you'd like to think they'd be really invested.
Yeah.
And interested. And as you get older, especially when you're successful and you have a house and a wife, you hope that people will be like, wow.
Yeah, you know what's funny is a lot of our friends have kids, and they're like, man, having kids is tough because they don't care about anything. You go, look at this movie. I love this movie. And they go, look at this thing. And they go, your parents are like that. You're the adult and they're the kid.
Yes.
They don't care about anything you're doing.
It's tough. So, but anyway, so it was exciting to have my sister and her kids come, and you take them around. I take my nephew across the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm like, this is exciting. But I don't know how into that he is. He's more into sports. I'm like, we would have been better off going to a basketball court and playing.
Yeah.
But that was fun. Let me say. Oh, I took them to the Mets game, which is exciting for them. They've never been to a ballpark that isn't Fenway, which is a better ballpark, but it's 127.5 years old.
Sure.
Whatever it is, 111 years old, I guess. But
like Biden.
Yeah, so they've never been to a ballpark, so I said, let's go to the Mets game. We take the 7 train out there. I buy tickets. It's very exciting. And then there's a group of little kids in front of us, and the kids got on the big screen. And then the kids all went to go to the bathroom or whatever. So then I guess the camera was just like, well, just keep the camera over here. So I started dancing. I got on the big screen, which is very exciting. And what was fun is I had just been talking about how on the big screen, I got recognized by a few Tuesdays too, which was fun.
Where are the cameras?
But I was just talking about all the amateurs on the big screen. As soon as they're on the screen, they leave focus on the camera and they look at themselves. They want to see themselves on the big screen. And it takes a real discipline to stay at the camera So, because it maximizes how fun it is to watch.
Yes.
Because if you're watching the big screen, you see someone, all of a sudden they're on the camera, they go, oh, hey, and now
Right.
they're not performing for the camera anymore.
Yes.
But I'm an old veteran in the Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, yeah.
So
a thespian.
I just locked right in the camera. Where's my close-up? I locked right in the camera, and I gave him this.
Oh,
I did one of these,
big.
and it really stayed right on there. Very exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun, and everyone else is looking because they want to see, but you got to sacrifice seeing yourself
Yeah.
for the performance.
Good man. You're an artist.
I care.
Integrity.
There's an art to swiveling your hips on the big screen at Citi Field, folks.
Of course. Now, I wonder if they're going to make that in the sports center. Like, hey, some special needs kid is twerking in the Mets stadium.
Well, I didn't have a Mets shirt, which is also very difficult to get on the big screen when you're not sporting the gear.
Sure, they like the gear.
Or they want, exactly, an actual special needs or a boy or whatever. But
Right.
I nailed it. So then the group of kids comes back. There's like 7 of them and a couple parents there. And they go, we saw you on the big screen. We saw you. We recognized you. And that's exciting. We gotta get back on there. I said, well, we'll get you on. And so then it becomes the mission of my family to get these kids on the big screen.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got the camera ready because I'm like, we can do it. So we were dancing and twerking and doing the crazies. They get on the big screen. I snap a couple photos, nail the photo of them.
Whoa!
Which is exciting. Now I'm doing service,
Wait, I mean, do these kids sit back and go, how about this uncle?
Well, this isn't my kids. These are random kids.
Even weirder.
I'm taking photos of random kids.
Wow.
But because they're so focused now on getting on the big screen and seeing themselves.
Yeah.
So then they all go crazy. We did it. They're high-fiving, the smushing, whatever. Smashed. What do you...
High five?
High-fiving. That's it, I guess.
Yeah. Dapping.
Dabbing? I think it's dabbing.
Can we get that framed up? I want to see that photo. What that? Right here.
Well, it's not the best photo ever.
Okay.
But it's a photo. And then I said to the lady, which is a little creepy, if we had some rapport, because she was like, we saw you. And I was like, we'll get you guys on the big screen. And then I go, hey, turn on your airdrop. I'll get you this photo. And she goes, oh, my God, that would be amazing. So she does the allow anybody for 10 minutes.
Oh, no. Here come the swarm of cock.
Well, you want to, I got her the photo, and she was like, thanks so much. And it's funny because now the kids don't know anything. They just think we're friends now.
Right.
Because I'm talking to their mother. So
Yeah.
the kid's like, let me see the photo. He's like looking at it like this. He's like, oh, nice.
Just
fun.
Kids are fun.
So I airdropped the lady the photo, and then they leave because they hit their goal. It's the 7th inning. They're like, all right, we're out of here. Thanks again. And I realized I got 8 minutes still on the clock
Uh-huh.
to airdrop her, and I got 48 photos of dumps I've taken that are 35 inches long.
Oh, no. The photo dump.
Yeah. So, you think about it. You can't, though, but she doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
It just comes up as what says Joseph's iPhone. But I could have hit her. Not to mention, I got just a gross of Sarah's tits,
Oh.
which are not gross.
I'm going to open my airdrop.
And so I was like, I could airdrop her tits and a dump and, whatever. But I decided not to. A good boy.
Can I say that one nice thing about being a lady is if you sent a bunch of dick pics on accident, you'd get in trouble. Like somebody's like, this is assault. I'm getting these dick pics. I didn't ask for this. But if you sent out tits on accident, nobody would be mad.
Right.
Nobody would go, this is a assault, this is sexual abuse or whatever. They would just go, oh, tits.
But pussy lips, you might.
Man,
Because
maybe that
that's a
would be
more
weird.
equivalent.
But who's going to complain? Because a woman's not going to complain because she's like, well, I have that. But a guy's going to go, hey, I got some free lips.
She might. We could test this. I mean,
All
we
right.
started airdropping really in a pussy, like a spread-lipped, hairy.
Spread, yeah, that's no good.
The fungus, the not dispatch. What's it called?
Discharge.
Discharge.
Yeah, compact discharge.
There's some yucky pussies out there.
Oh, don't I know it?
But I see your point. Yeah, a cock is much more offensive than a buzz.
Yeah, there's something about a cock. It's like a weapon. You're like, yeah. It feels like it's
Right.
coming off the screen.
Plus, it's covered in warts and scars.
Sure, depending on the
thumbprints.
outbreak.
But anyway, so that was fun. But then I had 3 days of family time, family ties, and then they leave, but we leave the same night to go to Maine. It just coincides with the family vacation.
Right.
So now that's 10 days of family, which is a lot of days of vacation.
Yes, maybe too many.
So we drive up to Maine. We stop off in Newburyport, Mass. Great, Sarah and I, and then my family's up ahead of us. And then we stop in Newburyport, drive through the night, wake up, have a nice morning there. Beautiful town if you're ever up on the North Shore of Massachusetts. And then we drive up to Boothbay Harbor.
Boothbay.
As every year for 35 years now, whatever. And rent the house. The family's challenging. You know how it is with the family. And this 27 of us. Everyone's boozing, the whole thing.
Wow, that's a lot of list.
A lot of fun, though. You know, a lot of good time. Uncle Dale is down the street, and I got cousins who are fun, and we're playing cornhole and pickleball, and it's raining the first couple of days. We make do. We had a big house with a wraparound porch. We play cornhole underneath the roof, so it's like that rainy day cornhole. I'm DJing, I'm blasting tunes, and we're down in the point. It's called Ocean Point, which is spectacular. The most beautiful place I've ever been.
Wow.
And all the neighbors are nice. You feel like part of a community. Everyone's walking by. Hey, how do you do?
Oh, that's nice.
Then I hook up I got the fart noises from my niece and nephew, the little ones. They love it. I hooked it up to the Bluetooth. So then we start doing a gag. Every time someone walks by, I got my uncle going like this. Oh, I don't feel good. And I blast him with a... And it's gold.
Never not funny.
It's gold. And some of the people get offended. They get really like, and some of them are laughing. It's a good time.
That's the tits.
Yeah, you hit them with a real Bluetooth fart. That's fun.
Love it. Get that bass up too.
I mean, it was great. The kids, it's gold. And every time the kids ran by, I would be like, he's in the lead. You got to catch him. Okay, here comes red shirt, blue shirt. And they really respond. They start sprinting up the street.
Man, kudos to you, Fatty, because you say 10 days?
Well, 7 days up there, but 3 days with
I got to tell you, if I was there, my family, your family, my dad's gay, I would be drinking heavily just to get through that. That's a long day and night.
It's a lot.
The fact that you do that sobriety is a feat,
Well,
Fatty.
and they're drinking heavily. But I got Sarah and the children, which is fun. Sounds like a band. or a cult. But then one of the days, it's a little overcast, whatever, but I got to get in the ocean. You know
got to do it.
It heals.
Yes, it heals.
I love the ocean. It heals, warts, emotional. If you're feeling down, get yourself in the ocean, any body of water, but the ocean particularly.
It's nature's bath.
It's really tremendous, but the water is about 37 degrees up there. But I like it. I like the cold water. And so I grabbed my nephew. I go, let's go swimming. Sarah and I are playing, and my nephew are playing pickleball, which was fun because it was Sarah and my nephew. They're 15, and she's pregnant, versus me. 2-on-1, 2v1. Dominated.
Yeah, I figure.
Fucking dominated.
Well, she's playing for 6 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm smashing them right at the baby. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, they need to learn sometime.
Yeah, first game was like 15-8. Second game 15-2. Let them fucking have it.
Yeah, welcome to reality, cunts.
Yeah, so that was fun. And then I played my nephew one time. He was up 6-0. I came back and beat him. Then he was up 4-0. Came back, beat him. Yeah, come on, get out of here.
Well, you let him have a little moment in the sun, and then you really give him the business.
Then we played 2-on-2 hoop. Me and my nephew, who scored like 25 in a high school game. He's legit. He played with my cousin versus me and Uncle Dale. Our combined age, 86. Uncle Dale's 4'4".
Sure.
He wears a size 3 shoe.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a football player. He's a fireman. He can't play basketball. We tune them up, too.
Wow, but don't they got a hoop at the station, I assume?
Yeah, but that's just to, throw jizz at. They play a little bit, I think.
That's what she said.
But anyways, we just dominated. It's good to be in your 40s because you can still beat children to death.
Yes, hurt them. Put a beating on them.
But any jizz. So then we go down to, we played pickleball for about an hour. I'm pouring sweat. It's 85 degrees. I go, let's go jump in the ocean. Sarah didn't bring a bathing suit. She's pregnant. My father's gay, so she brings a book. My nephew and I, we go swimming. It's 50 degrees. We swim around, come off. We get up to the ramp where all our clothes are, and he's like, I can't find my glasses. And I'm like, they might be at the bottom of the ocean.
Guarantee they
He's
are.
like, I think I might have worn my glasses into the ocean. I'm like, you didn't notice them fly off your face? He's like, maybe I didn't have them, but I had them at pickleball, yada, yada. And then you feel bad because he feels terrible. He's lost his glasses. They're $100.
Yep.
Warby Parker. He can't see anything. We're like, well, maybe they're at the house. So we walk back to the house, tear the house apart. They're not there. Feels like a piece of shit, and you just feel terrible. And I go, well, let's go down there and look for them in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, there's some jellyfish right now reading the Wall Street Journal.
And old Uncle Dale, he's got a couple scuba masks with the thing and the big cock off the top of it.
The snorkel.
Snorkel, that's what I
Yes.
meant. And so we go, let's go look for him. So we go down there, and the tide has gone out 25 feet. You're sitting there. You're like, we're never going to find glasses. We look like idiots. I'm asking people. I'm like, have you seen glasses? They're like, glasses? Get out of here. My father's gay.
See a pufferfish with a couple of readers.
You know what's so funny? My uncle saw a pufferfish while he was looking for the glasses.
How do you like that?
I like it a lot.
All right, Puff.
So we go, all right, well, we're not going to find the glasses. You're going to have to feel shame. Everyone's mad. We got to get new glasses. And Uncle Dale goes, if they're anywhere, they'd be in this seaweed right here. We're like, yeah, that's crazy. They're not in the seaweed. So, we only have 2 masks. And I don't have my glasses on because I'm in the ocean. I don't want to lose them like him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got no mask. I'm doing this.
Get out of here.
They're floating around doing this. I'm like, all right. And then you just hear, whoosh, I got him!
Wow.
My nephew comes up, and he found him, which is so exciting.
Wow.
He's got the glass. It was like, Evil Dead or whatever. He pops out of the water, glasses first, and it's all worth it to lose the glasses just to find him. I went crazy. I went, yeah!
The odds of that are insane. It's the ocean.
The ocean, Jerry. And everyone goes, hey! They're like clapping and everything, and we all came together, and it was like the World Series. It was like Rocky
insane.
1.
Wow, what are the odds? Wouldn't that be funny if you put him on? He's like, not mine. Someone else's. Well,
he comes back. They're saltied up, and he comes back, and they're a little beat up. But everyone's so excited, and everyone had all the doubt. They're all sitting there going, he always loses his glasses, this piece of shit. And he comes back with the glasses. We snorkel. It's worth. You want to just throw your car keys in the ocean just to try to find them.
Just to find them. I went to Gulf Shores. Not bragging. As a college kid, me and my girlfriend went. We fucked in the ocean. It's very salty. It wasn't good. But whatever, I swam with my ID and my credit card in my pocket. I come back, the credit card's there, but the ID's gone. It was in my bathing suit pocket. I go, I got to get a new ID. Fuck. 2 weeks later, letter in the mail. I was on the beach, saw this.
Wow.
Good Samaritan, here's your ID.
Well, that's what's nice about the tide. It goes out, and you're like, and the seaweed catches it, and you're like, well, now we could. That's what I was saying to them. I was like, we could just come back in an hour.
Right.
And possibly the tide also giveth and taketh away. It could take the glasses with it.
Good detergent.
But you hope they skid on the ground, and it did, and all's well that ends anal.
There you go, folks.
And so then...
Not good for the dead body disposal.
What's that?
Well,
the tide. The tide brings it back.
Brings it back, and now we got a crime scene.
Exactly. Well, then Saturday morning... There's a big road race. We get there Saturday, whatever, the 1st, and we're staying till Saturday the 8th.
Sure.
The 8th I am. And
Henry VIII.
We get there Saturday, and the lady says, well, there's a big road race next Saturday. Well, I went, well, I'm leaving Saturday, but maybe I'll run the road race.
What's the road race?
A road race?
But like NASCAR?
No, you run.
Oh.
You run a road race.
Oh, okay.
Like a 5K. You never heard of a road race?
I never called it a road race.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Really? You heard road race?
You run on the road.
Road rage.
Mm-hmm.
Never road race. I thought it was just a race.
Yeah, no, it's a race, but it's on the road.
I see.
You run up the street.
Okay.
Road race.
Got it. Road runner.
Yeah, now you know.
Okay.
Master race.
Oh, you got that right. Race card.
What was I saying?
Road race.
Road race. So I go, oh, okay, I'll run the road race, 5K. And I go, that's a nice way to leave. You wake up, it's 8:30 a.m. There's a kids' fun run, 1 mile at 8 a.m.
Oh, I like that.
And I go, yeah, well, they're always running for me. Yeah. So I go, I'm going to run this road race. So, you have the whole week, and there's some drama towards the end. Doesn't matter, yada, yada. Watch the film. And then Saturday morning, I wake up, and I'm like, here we go. And I'm trying to convince everyone in my family to run. I'm like, come on, somebody run it with me. Because you just want to be part of a community,
Sure.
Like, let's be fun. We're always so secular.
This sobriety, you're playing pickleball, cornhole, road race, swimming. This is the healthiest trip ever.
I like to be athletic, so I'm like, come on, somebody run. Sarah would run, but she's got a cold, and she's pregnant, and she hates me.
Sure.
So I'm asking everybody. No one's in, so I go, well, whatever. I'm just running it myself. Get to the start line. Sarah comes over. She feels like shit, which is a bummer. But so we're sitting there, and there's about 95 people running the race, and you just feel that community. They want to sing the national anthem before. No, they're playing the national anthem beforehand because it's like 4th of July, and they're like, "Oh, the phone isn't working." The DJ was supposed to play it originally, but he disappeared, which was weird. And then like, we'll just play it on the phone into the bullhorn.
Yeah.
Not working. And they go, all right, well, we'll just figure it out. We want to do it. And then some little kid just starts singing. She just goes, oh, say, and everybody joined in.
Wow.
The whole town.
Who's this kid?
I don't know. Somebody.
All
so
right.
the whole town joins in. We all sang the net. And it's one of those things that we're comedians, so like I'm laughing. I'm like, this is so stupid. I'm going like, whoo, and I look around. Everyone's like very serious.
Oh yeah, hat on the heart and everything.
Yeah, and they're like trying to. So Sarah and I'm like, there's a million jokes I just want to make because I'm in the crowd. I'm like, this is stupid. The song stinks. But you try to be earnest. It was actually quite sweet.
Ernest goes to camp.
And also before there was a high school kid I kept seeing run around the point the whole week, and then he was showing up to the race and. The house we rented was right on the finish line. So I'm on the little porch, and he was walking by all serious. I was like, this guy's winning. I know this guy. I've been watching you all week. You're going to win. And he was a cool kid. He just pointed like this. No humility, just real serious. But I was like, I like this kid. Fast forward to after the race, I finish. I see that kid. I go, did you win? He goes,
oh, that kid killed himself.
And it turned out he lost by 7 seconds to like a man, to like a 25-year-old guy.
Wow.
But you can see he was devastated. He thought he was going to win. He didn't win. Life lesson. I hope he dies.
Yeah, suck it, fatty.
But so this is the funny-ish part to me. I had to add ish because people email me and be like, "No, it stunk. You suck."
Right.
So
won't happen again.
The finish line literally ends in front of our house that we rented. It's our last day there. Now you know my mother. She's a neat freak, cleanly Nazi lady.
That house, not a speck.
Nothing out of order. No speck. Not easy way to grow up. She's on the floor with a toothbrush like Bubba Gump, just brushing it.
Shrimp scampi, shrimp salad, shrimp sandwich, shrimp gumbo, shrimp etouffee.
She's cleaning up. She's kicking us out. She's like, get out of here. Don't open the fucking thing. Don't open your shoes. Get your shoes out of here. Don't think you're eating breakfast here, you piece of shit. Put deodorant on. Leave the house. Everyone's standing outside like with luggage and like Ajax on their forehead.
And no bridges.
And so then I finished the race. Good race. Ran well. Feel proud of myself. Very hilly course out there. It was brutal.
Jonah Hilly.
Finished the race. Then, this happened early. It doesn't matter the order. The little kids' fun run, first of all. Next house before us. It's a mile run. All the kids, they don't know how to run. They just take off sprinting. They're like 7 years old.
Yeah,
it's a mile. They can't.
Zagging.
They're zigging, zagging, sprinting. So then they disappear. You don't see them. The finish line's in front of our house. This 8-year-old kid, bright red hair, Celtics jersey, straight out of Central Casting. He runs. He comes in second place, hobbles, literally falls like Jim Morrison. He staggers and falls onto our front lawn and goes, ooh, ooh. Blah! Projectile vomits all over the yard. My mother is spraying down windows and cobwebs, painting, cleaning.
Hilarious.
And an 8-year-old redheaded Irish kid with blonde eyelashes just vomits all over the yard.
He's eating nothing but sweet tarts and Coca-Cola.
I mean, just white, foamy, with yellow streaks, puke. And it looks like we just trashed the place.
Yeah.
And then everyone's got their cups because it's literally the finish line. So everyone finishes their race and falls on our yard. They got the paper cups.
Wow.
They're wrinkling them and throwing. There's bodies everywhere. At one point, a guy walked into our house. I swear to God. He's got the little race bib on. He just opens the door and walks in. I go, hey, partner. And he goes, oh, whoa, is this your house? He's like, shit, he's like, I don't know my way around here. I was like, you're looking for that building down there. He's in my home. He's got muddy shoes.
Oh, your mom probably tased him.
I mean, it was wild, but there's puke all over. And I was like, you got to leave a note saying, hey, the race came through.
Yeah.
Yada, yada. Jibbly jizz.
Wow.
That's my story. But it was really fun. You run the race. But the thing I didn't factor in is it's like a 9-hour ride home. So I ran a 5K uphill and then just got in the car and sat for 7 hours. So I got out at McDonald's and just the legs are stiff.
Yeah.
My ass smells like an armpit. My arm smells like an ass.
Yeah, but what a trip. And it's fun to be at the finish line. You get the best view.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we were sitting on our porch with a cup of tea, watching the kids run in, and then my family, they were there. They were rooting me on, and that was exciting, and clapping, and all that jizz. And my father, he doesn't show a ton of affection, but he walked over. He was like 24:40. He went over and looked at the time for me.
Go.
And I said, "Hey, thanks."
How do you like that? All right, Steve.
So that was nice. Oh, geez, we got to wrap it up.
All right. Well, hey, what's
there you go.
Is that Maine?
Maine.
Yeah.
The only one-syllable state.
There you go. Toothpicks.
More coastline than Argentina.
They say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stephen King.
Yep. Stephen King, Leah Bonema, Emma Willman,
All right.
Francis Ellis,
Oh. That's about it.
and
Probably you know what's crazy? I did a podcast in Brooklyn, deep Brooklyn, beautiful, Brighton Beach.
oh yeah,
I have a thing where I pass by a high school and I like to Google the alumni.
yeah, me too.
Do you do that?
Yeah, notable people.
Brighton Beach High School, notable alumni, 7 Major League Baseball pitchers
No kidding.
in a row. I was like, what is going on at this school? Is there a great baseball factory going on over there? What the hell is this?
Wow.
Yeah, just
Well,
a fun fact.
probably a lot of them were like the 40s and 50s. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, you got to figure like 40% of the country was living in New York City.
That's true.
It's like, all the Italian kids, hey,
Right.
Ralph Branca or something.
They must have had a great coach or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were pumping out the pitch.
Wow. Yeah. Everyone that's old in baseball, you see, they're from New York. The whole gang.
Brooklyn. All Brooklyn. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yogi Berra and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, yeah, good stuff. What do you got cooking? We got to check out that live ep. And also, if you're not on the YouTube, you're missing this guy popping and locking over here on the big screen. You got to see the visuals, folks.
Yeah, lots of stuff. Get on the YouTube. I got some huge dates coming. Well, your special comes out today.
Oh yeah,
that
Netflix,
right?
Soup to Nuts.
Is it today?
Today. This is it. You called it. Good,
Wow.
Good catch there,
Yeah.
Fatty.
Well, I just did the intro for the other episodes. We had to look it up. Make sure you watch that. Watch it today. And I said before, don't just watch it. Share it.
Yes.
Tell a friend.
Yes.
Spread the word. Put it on Twitter.
Yes.
Put it on Reddit. Put it on the thing that Zuckerberg invented.
Meta. Threads.
Sure.
What is Threads? All right.
Phantom
Twitter.
Thread. Put it everywhere. Look at my calendar. It just exploded in my ass.
That's because you're busy.
Put it everywhere. Spread the word. I got one coming August 18th. It'll be probably 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, 7 p.m. Pacific. If you watch it live as it comes out, be in that chat. That helps the algo.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, I'm in the Cayman Islands, but next weekend,
What?
Oh, yeah.
What are you, an ex-con?
2 family vacations in the same month.
Oh.
Maine with my family, Cayman with her family.
Oh, he came in me.
Hers is a little easier. August 3rd to the 5th, Providence Comedy Connection. August 10th to the 12th, Portland, Helium. August 24th to the 26th, Dallas Improv. August 22nd, live Tuesdays in Philadelphia with old Marcus there. And then, of course, Chicago Zanies, one night only. That will sell out because it seats 80 people. That's September 6th in between Pearl Jam shows. Cobb, September 8th and 9th.
Nice.
Nashville, Huntsville, Alabama, one night only, September 20th. Nashville, Zanius, September 21st to the 23rd. Live Tuesdays at the Gramercy, September 19th. Helium, Philly, October 5th through the 7th. Royal Oak, October 19th to the 21st. And after that, my fucking life is over because I have a child now, which is insane. And go subscribe to the YouTube. And Mindful Metal Jacket is back now.
Yeah.
Currently, I think Karen Fian episode came out this week or last week. That's a spicy meatball. Kind of want to watch that one. Luke Monis, a bunch of other people. Maybe I'll get you on there sometime.
Please, I'd love to do it.
We'll really dissect your asshole.
It'll just turn into a Tuesday. We'll go right into jizz.
Yeah, so a lot of good stuff. August 18th, new special. Please watch. This is my last chance to make it.
This is the one, folks.
Yeah.
I was at the live, and it's a killer one. I'll be at Phantom Power in PA. I think Lancaster, PA. I'm doing all these fun, wacky gigs. Come on out, say hello. Then I'm at the Raccoon Motel in Davenport, Iowa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've told my agent, like, give me some wacky ones because I need to run some new material. Because once this special comes out, I gotta start cooking. Then I'm going to L.A., Milwaukee, big theater tour called You Don't Say. It's all on marknormancomedy.com. Get on the Patreon, hit the website, get a mug, get a shirt. I don't know where the money goes. Help us with the YouTube monetizing. And think that'll do it. What do you got? Sea Dog.
Check out my podcast, Fun Bearable. I think for this week we'll have Alan Fitzgerald on, who is a comic. I just directed his special. Super funny. It's called Straight for Pay on YouTube.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Good title.
At Fun Bearable Pod or funbearablepod.com for all the stuff.
Yeehaw! Thank you, folks. We'll see you in hell. Praise Allah.